they can't contain it. Everything would be alright if troubles won't last all night. Smile and make your face look like Jesus, make all the heavy load light. Everything would be alright if troubles won't last all night. Smile and make your face look like Jesus, make all the heavy load light. The troubles are done, the joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning, good morning, good morning. The troubles are done, the joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Make your face look nice. It's gonna be alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning, yeah. No trouble's gonna keep me down. Turning my frown, turn it upside down. My situation turning around, yes, it's turning around, yes, it's turning around. This joy is unspeakable. My God is unshakable. Give me joy to my belly full. Can't find this joy, no way uncable. This joy that's inside of me is for all the world to see. I serve in the Almighty, and He's setting captives free. This joy that's inside of me is for all the world to see. I serve in the Almighty, and He's setting the captives free. Yeah. It's gonna be alright in the morning. Even the troubles are done, the joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning, good morning, good morning. Even the troubles are done, the joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning, 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 good morning. Smile a while and give your face a rest. Good morning.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production of Glory 93.9 FM.
Thank you for another day. Good morning. Good morning. Give thanks and praise to the ancients of days for seeing another day. Morning. Good morning. Oh, give thanks and praise to the ancients of days for seeing another day. Oh, you woke me up this morning.
Yes, good morning to you, Glory 93.9 FM, the morning drive for Delton, and welcome to all of our radio listeners, those locked in on TuneIn Radio, those who are joining us live via Facebook. Hello, Facebookers. How are you today? Good morning to you. Welcome to it.
What accent are we doing today? What accent?
Welcome to a special Thursday episode.
Special.
Actually, it's not
No,
special.
yesterday was
Yeah,
special.
yesterday was special. Today is just normal. Welcome to a Thursday episode of the show entitled That Good Morning Tea, brought to you again by hot beverages all around the world.
That's the one right there.
my hot beverages.
Hot beverages
All around the world. Sounds in the background. That was just Emrin Henry wishing you a good morning. Before that was Mark Isaacs saying the same thing, expressing the same sentiments. Good morning. Hope you all are having a great day. Good morning so far. If you are, I still blocked by Kermit. I'm trying to fix myself because you were on me yesterday and say that you can't see me.
I need to do it on purpose, guys. On purpose.
Not necessarily today. Today was not necessarily. So I try to fix it.
Because I ran today.
Yeah. And so this is me. I am Delton. Delton is me. And so that was happening.
No, I'm not getting anything on the internet myself.
Oh. All right. Yeah, so welcome to there you go. See, you can see me now.
Damn it.
There you go. I'm in there. So
Julie said God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
Tired.
And so welcome back to that Good Morning Tea show with myself, along with one Vera Aqua Wilson, a.k.a. Nanaba, a.k.a. V.
All my business on the streets. Good morning, darling.
That's what we're going with.
I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. I love
All right,
it.
see you through.
I love
See you
it.
through. Finish. Finish through. We're going to finish it.
I want to finish.
We're going to finish it. The
Good
power
morning,
of the see-through.
all. Those
And for
everywhere
those,
in Gloryland, wherever
and
you
for-
are in Gloryland.
And for those that are new to the show, what is that Good Morning Tea? That Good Morning Tea is a show that comes on radio and Facebook where we talk about things.
Talk about things.
We talk about things.
That hot tea.
That stuff that
Those
makes
hot
you
topics.
makes you want to sip on a good beverage.
And stick out your pinky finger.
Stick out the pinky finger.
We must say yesterday's response to our show was awesome.
Shout
And
outs
so-
to all of those that commented on yesterday and requested this continuation.
Follow up. Yeah.
And
We have to
so,
make it happen.
I want to apologize first. There was a group of people that sent me messages on my personal cell
Right.
phone. However, that personal cell phone was being used to live stream, which it is being done again today. So if you have my
Is there any way of pinning the number? Who could
I
pin
can do it
it
right now.
Okay.
If there's any way if you want to communicate with us on today, as we say in the church, on today, do not message my 808 number.
And don't message me either.
Do not message Vera. Probably shouldn't be message either.
No, because if I come out of the app, the comments are fresh, so I won't be able to keep up with
So
them.
if you want to comment, the number to comment to WhatsApp your statements. If you want to call in, that number is 825.
This frog's still in the way, but we could talk about that later.
It's fine. 825-5433. Again, that number to call is 825-5433, also known as 825-LIFE. And that's the number that you can WhatsApp your messages to. Or if you want to call in today's show and give your opinion, feel free to. We definitely we want to hear from you. And so yesterday we delve into a topic. Is it delve? Is it really delve?
Delve, yeah.
Dived? Can I say dived?
No,
No, I can say
Delve-
dived.
delve is good.
Oh, the joys of the English language. I can't say
'Cause
dived.
Dove. I don't
Delve. Anyway,
Delve.
we talked
Delve
about
is good. Delve is safe.
we talked about that we started with 50-50, which was the whole social media trend that's going around now, looking at relationships and how persons are handling their relationships, and not marriage, but it really is relationship.
Are you in a relay? That's what me and my friends used to say.
Are you in a relay?
In a relay.
And so we're talking about that, and that sent us into a topic exactly of what really is, breaking down relationships. That's what it sent us to. It sent us to breaking down relationships.
When did they begin?
So hence our topic for this morning.
Which I love.
Drum roll. Y'all does go. So that's our topic for this morning. Y'all does go.
Y'all does go.
That's the question.
Now welcome to those who are already tuned in. I know we're gonna have more coming in. Some people we sending it, the links are going out.
Yeah,
Please
links going out.
share, because you know your friend won't be involved in this.
Elite me move the frog.
But
Our international
our international viewership. I mean,
says to remove the frog.
I'm gonna shout this out at the beginning and at the end. I'm gonna shout out all my colleagues. I have colleagues. Auntie Lee say move the frog.
She said
please.
move the frog.
I'm with you.
Well, I like the frog. The frog gives the show identity.
It does.
I
Just put it at the top.
didn't move it to the
Next
next
time.
side.
We're gonna put it.
Yeah,
the next side
I'll
at
move
the
it.
top.
I'll move it. So bear with it for today.
Bear with it. For
And
today.
the next show, I'll move it over.
But I was engaged
Oh,
in a heated conversation.
Eat it.
Heated, and it wasn't here because it was a dispute, but it was because the conversants were passionate about the topic, and it was based on our show yesterday. And one of the comments that came from one of our viewers, in fact, I was talking about the show with one of our viewers, was the fact that where do we get this idea, or why have we confined the idea of getting to know somebody? Why must that be done in the dating process? Why are we dating people that we're getting to know when we see them at the restaurant, in the coffee shop, at that activity that we decided we're going to do because it's fun and enjoying? Everyone's trying to find a funky way to date now. We want to be different. You don't just want to go and eat. We want to go eat somewhere where they set fire to the food in front of your face or whatever. whatever. Their argument was that investment of dating, the energy, and like when they say it, I'm using the word investment, but I energy, time, money, clearly, as we discussed yesterday.
Yep.
Why are we doing that with people who we're just getting to know on that? In that face-to-face situation, why don't we invest the energy in the phone calls prior to that, where you get to know someone? So therefore, when you come to the date and the whole who can pay for it, it's not an issue at that point because I know you.
So our is what you're saying that our first date, well, our first, we're not calling it a date then.
We call it a date, but but that dating should not be confined to the going outness of it. The dating
spend no
is
money.
Really in the spend no money.
So
babe.
Mr. Guy comes to you, say, Vera, I really want to get to know you more. Let's go take a walk.
I'd love that. Love it. Delton, are you sipping tea because you don't believe me?
I don't believe that.
Okay, ladies, question to those ladies.
I don't believe our
women
average female is like, I want like a guy offers me to take me on a walk. And how long does this walk last? Is this 2 weeks?
You're missing the
point.
point.
Is this 2 walks? Is this 3 walks?
Because the point is,
this is 4 walks.
Why y'all getting to know each other in a situation that can be potentially very, very awkward? Paying for things and eating food. Eating food isn't awkward.
Eating food isn't awkward, and eating food it sort of gets you to relax. When you're eating, you sort of relax more.
Walking is equally as relaxing. The point was, y'all should do all that figuring out you need to do before you go on a date with someone and know who's going to pay what and how should be done on the phone in your conversations prior.
So your first interaction should not be in person.
Nah.
Does not be in person.
This is what one of our viewers was arguing. Reclusha said there's nothing wrong with that. Listen to me. Ladies, chime in. First date, would you prefer him to take you out to a fancy restaurant? He's paying. Let's put all that 50-50 aside. He's paying. Yeah. Or he says, hey, let's go for a walk on the beach.
Not on the beach.
Why not?
I don't know.
What's wrong with the beach?
Some negative connotations about being
Man, stop that.
You don't want to go on the beach.
Why y'all spoiling things that are good?
If you go on the beach, it got to be daytime.
Yeah, in the daytime.
Okay,
not
all right.
nighttime.
All right,
not nighttime.
You say it's going to day.
Not that nighttime.
Okay.
No, I know.
Because there was some confusion yesterday about some things, some points that you brought up about that sort of might
be misconstrued. Because apparently you had someone approach you about something
I had somebody that messaged me, who shall remain nameless.
Jody says sun hot, she won't go restaurant. Rakeisha say the walk is great for her.
So I had somebody who try to pull it up, who messaged me on my
something just vibrate
on my personal phone. I'm short phone on this.
That's the phone you tell people to message and
probably.
not checking it. Come on, guys. We're working this out. Jody say, why not go for coffee?
Okay, yeah, no, that's another message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coffee's like a nice middle ground. But what I'm saying is, coffee's cheap. Why not keep it cheap and cheerful or free and fun? Haha. See the alliteration I did there?
I see what you did.
Cheap and cheerful, free and fun at that beginning stage where, those money conversations aren't very comfortable. Because 50-50, yesterday we spoke about it only in terms of dating, but it's a concept and an idea that actually could be unpicked. There's so much to it in later stages of dating and in marriage. So let's not even have situations where we have to be thinking how much we want to invest in this. Let's eliminate that in this early stage. Because I didn't even know you like that. But anyway, please, this friend or this caller,
this messenger, because you mentioned the point that if a man pays for everything on the first date, that's brownie points.
Yes, I did say that.
The
and I stand on what I said.
The caller opined that I guess this might be cultural, when you give me brownie points, those points are accumulating towards something.
Yes, they are. They're accumulating towards, are you going to get a second date?
That was not the accumulation.
So in his mind, so this particular caller was suggesting what?
It was suggesting that leads somewhere else. Like,
let's talk about it. Men, if you pay the full check, is it because you are expecting something in return? Do you feel like what you put in financially, and I mean at every level, every stage of dating before marriage, everything before marriage. Is it an investment? Are you expecting something back, or do you do it out of duty and responsibility?
I don't know. I can't answer for the.
You as a man. You as man.
I as man, but I as different man. I as different man. And so I don't know. But so the question, so like, we went on the time. So we leave the brownie point spot down. And if I'm to pay for the date, the question is, what are you bringing to the table?
Myself. My presence is the present, sir.
So I must bring myself and some money. But you must just bring yourself.
And the thing is...
Let me continue to read. So when it's your birthday, I'm expected to get you a very nice gift.
Right. And when it's your birthday, you get one back.
When it's my birthday, I get a piece of clothing. This is what the person... I get a piece of clothing.
You sound like...
Your gift has to come with a price tag. My gift come with thought. It's the thought that counts. For men, it's the thought that counts. For y'all, it's the amount that counts.
I think less so now, though. I think less so now. And let me tell you why. I think one of the major motivations of that is, back in the day, I would agree, maybe women got away with being thoughtful because, we're sentimental and emotional creatures. And,
blah, blah, blah.
I could have bought you something expensive, but it wouldn't have expressed my love for you as much as this cardigan I knitted myself.
Thanks for this cardigan.
That you're never going to wear in the Bahamas.
Never, ever.
However, because everybody show on Instagram and Facebook, I can't buy you a sweater anymore. I have to buy you something with a price tag. Because I think... I don't know, women, am I wrong? I think price tag isn't for us necessarily a way of expressing love.
This is what the person opined, and they sort of wrapped up their comments with this. They said that 75% of women.
75%. That's a big number.
It's a big number. It's a big chunk.
You send a link to friends because I can need them to be here for this.
75% of women are making sure that we can handle their wants, not needs.
Is that a bad thing?
He said kingdom women included.
So is he accusing us of it? I don't hear an accusation here.
so that agreed? That's what it is?
75% of women are making sure that we can take care of their wants.
Their wants.
And not their needs.
Not their needs.
Because we've been taking care of our own needs.
That's what it is?
Right. So when you and I connect, when we become one, as a king, I speak only on behalf of kingdom women.
Okay.
When we become one... my wants become your wants. My needs become your needs. However, prior to that, I was existing before you. So when you come into my life, you shouldn't want me to want you to take care of my needs. Or is that what men want? You want us to want you to take care of our needs? I'm not sure
I
what
feel
he's
like he's
accusing
saying
us of.
that sometimes females look solely on, can a man provide for me financially? That what can he buy me, rather than what I really need for my life? Does he provide what I need for my life?
What do we need for our lives?
A kingdom man, a priest, a prophet, what is the next thing?
King.
King, yes, king. A priest, a prophet, a king. But we want a financier.
So in all this money talk, it's really because our focus is in the wrong place.
It's focused in the wrong place.
Let's get some of these comments in. So I've got some more supporters for going on a walk. Honestly, for me, if I had to pick between the two, I'd pick a walk. If I had to pick between the date, nice restaurant, somewhere I've never been before, nice food, you like that. You like somewhere you've never been before. Don't take me to Outback. Take me somewhere out west. I ain't go, because west is far. Jeffrey says, why can't you get to know someone in a group setting first? What happened to being just friends? Jeff, that's great, but your friends, not, especially at this age, your friends are your friends. You're not building new groups.
Suppose I don't know the person. I saw you walking down the street. I ain't bringing you to no group because you probably won't be comfortable.
I like the way you walk.
I like the way you walk.
So I think it's great, but I think you get to a stage in life where that's not the most natural way to meet people. When you're in college, you're in college, that's the way to do it. But now,
church youth group,
young times, when you're in them youth group times, college times,
it's a whole different time now.
Joining club this and club that, it makes sense. But you grow now,
yeah.
So that ship done sail. Truthfully, this is Mrs. Delton Roll. Truthfully, I never went on a date to get to know. I never went on dates unless there was some familiarity and trust.
Well,
I feel like that would be my preference, but as you get older and the way you meet people is stranger. Do you know what I mean? As I said with Jeff, you're not in group settings anymore. You're meeting random people.
Some dates you be on
in random place.
So you be on playing dates. Let's date for that.
Between you the person talking to the wrong girls. Yeah, Jody Ann, Mr. Voice Note. I appreciate your sentiments. However, I feel like you're coming for the wrong set of women. This is not the set of women. Kingdom women, true kingdom women, are not the set of women who, when they say they're giving you brownie points, it is towards, we have some ulterior motive. No, sir. You earn in your next date. Every date you earn in the next one.
Oogie. Hey, what are you asking?
Bissau says, I like sentimental gifts more than expensive. Bing, I've been taking care of my needs. That's my thing about wants and needs. I don't know what the accusation is to women to say, you just want my man for your wants, not your needs. Surely that's a good thing. Please, men, if I wrong, help me fix that. And plus, depending on men is just bleh.
Y'all say that we're not dependable? Is that the assertion?
Let's talk. We can talk about that.
Y'all say men independent?
No. Because we being empowered as women.
Oh.
We independent. We don't need no man. And I think we need to address that.
Y'all need no man. All right,
because that's what she's talking about. Depending on men is just yuck. And society's pushing that narrative. A woman that turns around and says, I need a man. Are you crazy? No good. They could go in the streets and protest because of you. Well. It's not just what he can provide, but do. I have to take care of him. Interesting. This is Auntie Elise.
Oh, does she have to take care of him? Yeah, that's what she want to know. She want to know, do I have to take care of you? Are you taking care of me? What's happening here?
It's not just what he can provide, but do I have to take care of him? I get it. Ugh. Does he have to use my car and get me to put gas in it? And
pay for the food.
And pay for the food and help him anyway. And that's the next thing. At this age, your choices them limited, and anyway.
But do you judge a man on where he's at now, or his potential to?
That's two other things.
His potential to what he can be. Do you see the potential in him? He is borrowing your car now, but do you see him buying you fancier cars down the road?
When you say see through the eye of the spirit.
Like, do you see, like, you know what? This guy's a go-getter.
Yes, let me read these comments and then we talk about what they're talking about. This is Jody, and we are also going to need a home and other things that cost money, no? Do you have ambition? What standard of living do you want? These things are not mutually exclusive. Kingdom people also need to exist in this world. Morning, Yasmin. Yep. And all those people who've just come in. Men have big ego. When they are needed, they use it. Nope, not true, because a man has never bought a gift for me, but I did for him. And so not all women are like that. For a man to take care of them, but the man of God placed here on the earth. Men like to know that they are needed, though.
Needed that.
Well, damaged men. Jeez Louise.
What?
Damaged men use that dependency to use at a later date. Right, so the man so arguing that no, she only wants me for her wants and not her needs. Sarah's arguing they just use that dependency. They can abuse that. Yeah. The woman that goes into it saying, okay, you want me to depend on you, let me depend on you. And you leave yourself at the mercy. Jeffrey put up a red card.
Flag.
Maybe say we need the man them.
Flag on the blade.
Do men look at potential? Let's talk about that. Good morning, Mr. Darren Roll. Good morning, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back, sir.
Okay, a few things have been uncovered. The one is, I don't remember what I first said. What was the first thing I talked about? You got to be paying attention to me when I talk.
I'm trying to send the thing out.
Wow, it's powerful.
All right, there you go.
This idea of potential and, looking, I don't know. I think that's what those conversations are for.
To find out how it's going. So, I guess that's why the no money thing helps then. Because if I don't spend money on you, then you don't know how broke I really am. But you can hear I can talk really good. Suppose I'm just a good bloviator.
But having money is evidence of nothing but having money. That's all that tells you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, suppose, like, so you don't know that I'm really broke. But I like I say, I'm a good, I can bloviate. I'm very good at this. In the world, they call it another thing. We call it bloviate for now.
So, question, because Mr. Darren Roll is saying all want to know he is needed. So all men want to know that they're needed.
Definitely.
That is their nature.
That is
so
nature.
Okay, this is what I was talking about. We're stuck between, we've got two opposites operating now in the world, and this is the big contention between men and women. Men want to know they're needed, but women are being told, you don't need a man. Kingdom, the world,
everybody,
you don't need a man. And then, especially kingdom, when you've got the majority of single people in the kingdom are female, you've
in the western part of the world.
True that. No.
You think there's more in the eastern part?
More single women?
No, I mean like more women than men.
That are single? Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, defo. Yeah. Africa. I can speak for my people then. 1,000%.
1,000. Okay then.
And then you're in the kingdom. I don't like subscribing to the cliches. I don't like repeating them. But the reality is, inner men, when you look around, kingdom men.
This is true.
So even if you don't want to believe you don't need a man, you've learned you don't, because you've been surviving all this time by yourself.
This is true.
But then on the flip side, men are attracted to being needed. So we stuck then. Because when I come to dating you, I believe I'm a kingdom woman doing my best to strive more and more to be like Jesus. But I want, one of the things I know I want to actively portray to a man in the dating process, or, getting towards marriage, is, I don't need you, sir. I want you, but I don't need you. And am I wrong for that? Because the reality is, I clearly don't.
You don't, but if you get into a relationship, that has to change.
I don't know.
Because if I'm not needed, then why am I here?
Because you're wanted.
Yeah, but wanting ain't good enough, because one can change. You can want something else.
I guess you're needed for certain things.
I need
things.
to know that even if something simple, I just need to know that I am needed here. Other than that, I'm going to go somewhere that needs me.
I agree with that, but I'm thinking like dating times though. I just getting to know, because the fear is what Bissau said. You just turn into being, I'm dependent on you and I'm subject to you.
So this
not submitted now, subject to your whim and caprice, because you want me to act like I need you.
So this then goes to another question. So the question then is,
it's a diabolical plot.
So when does this stage end of dating to now we're more serious in this thing, where we're starting to not fully switch over to husband and wife mode,
but we're
like
for it.
In that middle area, that area that no one seems to know when that actually takes place.
That takes place when the people decide it takes place.
Does it really? I mean, so is it like when we begin to talk about marriage, that's when it happens? Because I know people talk marriage a long time and they don't get married till like 5-6 years later.
Because they just go.
And once we just go, so our mindset starts to change towards that. We are acting and behaving, doing some things like married couples, not having sex, not talking about that. But I'm talking about we're starting our thinking of wants and needs. We're starting to head down that road of marriage, but we just go.
My fear is,
when does that change? When does that flip over? When is it acceptable for you now to say, hey, listen, no, now you need to let me know if your tire go flat, you need to call me.
And that's a really good example. It's really basic, but it's like it's a good place to root this conversation, because I can change my tire.
You can.
So if I go flat, so me and you have been going, we've been talking a while. Mm-hmm. And we finally decided.
We done been to the beach.
We done been to the beach.
We done been to dinner.
You're a man of God. I can see that you can speak into my life, and all that stuff. That's what we want. Prophet, priest, king. You could lead my household. Yeah. You could pray with me. Mm-hmm. You're a man of faith. You're a man who gives. I'm just listing what I want.
Yeah.
You're a man who gives.
Obviously.
You're 6 foot and above. All of them things there. Because I tell you, I'm not. Anyway, you have to come for me on that. But I could change my tire.
Yeah.
So we've done the talking because you know me, I don't want to. I try to delete the stage where you could date other people.
Yeah.
So we're talking, and we've gone into exclusivity, and in this exclusivity, the end game is marriage.
Yeah.
We've already talked about marriage. Because for me, if I'm exclusive with you, I would have talked about marriage. You're not going to pull up on me in 6 years' time telling me you're not ready. No, sir.
No.
I would have known your timeline prior to the initial let us go.
Yeah.
I can still change
let
my
us go.
tire though.
Yeah, but I want you to call me if you change the tire. I don't want you to have to change the tire by yourself.
So at what point does it change from Vera, you can change your tire, but you need to ask him to change your tire?
I have somebody that can change my tire.
I have somebody that could change my tire. Wow, I don't know. Because I could change my tire. And we're using the tire as a really simplistic.
It's simplistic, but it means I would be.
It represents all those things.
Upset if Julianne would break down, tire flat, and she gets it there and change her own tire.
Why would you be upset? Because you could have done it.
Why did you call me?
Because she could do it.
But it's like Dallas to say outside is dangerous.
Okay,
Dallas
but then
say
this also
outside is dangerous.
then this also comes down to traditional roles. Because me changing my tire is not me saying I need you, I don't need you. Me changing my tire is me saying I can change my tire. There are things I need you for.
So what
I don't need you for that.
So what do you need me for? At this point now, because we're married.
Okay.
So do you need me at all then? So at this point, so until marriage, you don't need him.
No. Even, okay, in a relationship, I need you for, and I'm thinking like emotional things. I can't think of necessarily practical. Maybe you could build something. Because I can't build things. Like electrical things, I need you for that. Plumbing things, I need you for that. Things outside, like the garden, you have that.
The garden.
Take the garden in the backyard.
You get dirty? No.
I don't have a green thumb, but I can change my tire. You know what I mean? And it's like, because it's a traditionally and listen, I'm not advocating for women can do everything a man could do. I don't believe that. I don't subscribe to that. As Jeff says, I don't subscribe to that narrative. It is a diabolical plan.
Diabolical.
But I think men attach, or men attach a certain level of worth to certain activities. And so if we do it, we don't need you. No, I need you. I just need you to change my tire, babe.
Get some comments in. Let me take the phone. Because people comment on Facebook, and we appreciate y'all. We don't want y'all to feel neglected.
Yeah, Jody said there must be some fruit. Potential is just that. It's potential. So if you say and you want to be a businessman, it needs to be more than just talk. But you can't show all that you got in the beginning. You got to give a small proof. I've got to give a small preview of who I am. Also conflicting. That's why still showing potential in a way. Oh gosh. So it sounds like you can't put all your cards on the table at the start. Why not? Why you all playing around? Why you all tiptoeing and playing games? Put your cards on the table. That's what I say.
Not right away. Everything? The whole day?
Not your bank account and the details, but I'm secure in my finances. I'm not secure in my finances. I'm set in my career. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing in life.
But
that's your cards on the table.
Based upon Minister Newbold's assertion yesterday, if you ain't got no money, you shouldn't even be here.
I tell you, I don't convert to Minister Newbold's way of thinking, because I say, let's go for a walk on the beach. Screw it.
Because if you ain't got no money,
you don't have money and you don't have to date.
Because I in between jobs, I got laid off, and Minister Newbold said, you need to stay by yourself.
Jeff says it's a diabolical plot to tell women they don't need a man. It breaks the hierarchy that God set up. Hierarchy? That's the right word you want to use, Jeff? Before I address that.
I mean, if you go to
order.
Yeah.
Order, hierarchy implies power.
Okay.
Hierarchy implies power. Flowchart is different. The structure or order.
All right.
I think that the message is, I think she means misconstrued. I feel like initially it was because we had conditioned to being provided for from men because women didn't work. As the structure changed, women started being put in positions where they had to get up and do for themselves and their kids, and that was drilled to give hope. Times have changed the connotation. So, Judy, should we be going back to the original model? Do we have to find a way where women are working, earning money, but are still still need the man to provide? Or are you saying that, because Jeff, you're saying the hierarchy in order. What is the hierarchy in order? What does that look like in everyday life? Does it look like the man should pay the whole bills? The man should provide wholly? What does that look like in 2020? Darren says that's from a single perspective. We were created for each other. As a result, we need each other. I'm not disputing that we need each other. What I'm disputing is that...
What I need you for?
What men deem to be me saying I need you. You understand? And what do I need you for? Is there a blanket list of things women should be needing men for to make them feel needed?
I guess it's situational, I guess.
Because this tire thing is a great example.
Tire thing is real.
Because my thing is, I need you for other things. I need you to make me feel safe and secure. I need that.
So if your tire flat, then you need to call me.
I don't feel like I'm not in danger because I know how to change my tire.
The road outside is dangerous, ma'am.
The road is dangerous.
Outside is dangerous.
Mopey is saying, when does it change? When do you go over from, I could change my tire, but I could ask him to do it? Or I've lived in my house alone, so I know how to defend myself against the centipede, but now I have man, and when does that change?
When do you call me for the
When
centipede?
do you start calling him to, I don't know, Mopey.
For the centipede?
Sometimes do it yourself, sometimes call the guy. Is that comment correct? I don't know why Mopey screamed my name. Pay my telephone bills.
Pay my bills.
Your comments coming in thick and fast. I'm trying to catch up. Pay my telephone bills. I don't
pay my automobile.
Yes, man. Need a man then regardless of what you can do. You need an appointment for counselling. Auntie Lee, what did I do wrong? I'm not saying we don't need men. I don't believe that. We do need men. And any woman who tells me she doesn't need a man, I would tell her she needs to talk to God because that's not correct. But what I'm saying is, what are the things we need them for? Is it y'all ain't answering me here. Is it a blanket list of things we must, because men like us to need them for that, let's need them for that.
Yep.
Or there are some standard things. When you say you need a man, or men were designed to provide this for women, is there a list of things? Do we think that there is a set things? God created man and God created women. There are a set things men bring and there are set things women bring. No matter how strong you get or how high up we move in life, there are some things women cannot provide for themselves. That's what I think. I think there are some things, no matter what we try and do, we cannot really provide for ourselves. That's what we need men for. Changing my tire is not one of them. And if I learn self-defense, fighting off evil people is not one of them. You know what I mean? I just feel like we've reduced men needing men to physical things, things that use your hands. But that's not what we need men for. That's not what it is.
So you're not gonna call a man if something happens? So what you're saying is that if I hear a loud noise in the house in the middle of the night, I say, "Hey, Vera, go check that."
Don't say, "Hey, Vera, go check that."
Because you know self-defense, you know karate, you know the way of the crouching tiger. So if I hear a noise in the house,
and the hidden dragon,
so there's a noise in the house at 12 o'clock.
So what if you are in a relationship where the man isn't physically strong and the woman, she's a bodybuilder, gym somebody, and he's a IT
guy.
He's an IT guy. And you have a home invader. The man goes out to attack the home invader. The man goes out to address the sound and it's a home invader. He's fighting off this person and the person is winning because he's not necessarily physically strong. The woman who is a bodybuilder comes out, fights off the guy, they call the police. Has she done something wrong? Because again, we reduce the need in men to physical things. Physical strength.
I encourage you, Mr. IT guy, you need to go to the gym. Mr. IT guy, when your wife goes to the gym for bodybuild,
I know why
you need to go join her.
Name. What'd she do?
Because she's the one who said if you're broke, you don't need to be dating.
Oh. Yasmin, I want to help you. I'm pretty sure that's what you say.
That's exactly what you said.
That's what you say. That's what you say. No, not what you meant. Exactly what you said. Jeff, man. We talking about what the women need from men. What do men need from women? Let's list that today. Because again, I don't believe I need a man for the tire. I believe I need a man. Don't ever get it twisted. And I don't tell y'all, once I get married, don't come looking for me. I'm going to be unavailable for a while. Not necessarily. I was just saying that we don't need a man. The movement got twisted. Initially, it was a message of hope and encouragement. I understand what Julie's saying now. Both men and women need security and stability. These things may look different for each person involved. So Jodie's saying there is no set list. It changes from person to person, couple to couple. Excuse all these laughing reactions from me. I don't know why Facebook tripping. Julia and I agree because I'll be talking and Facebook says I'm liking and I'm not. Franklin Donaldson says there was a list. However, women became independent and that list has been relegated just to procreation needs. Mr. Donaldson, fix it for us then. Fix it.
What's that list?
He says, he didn't say what the list was. He just says, after a while, we became independent. We just want men for making babies.
I mean,
I don't agree with that.
If you're canceling me from the home invader, you're canceling me from changing the tire, you're canceling me from the
I let you go to the home invader, but I'm stronger than you, so I beat him. Y'all ain't talk about that yet.
You cancel me. You say you're stronger than me, so it's like, bro, sit down. It's like, so in other words, home invader come, you tell husband, bro, you get down on the floor.
Even if I could do it myself.
Like, you lay low, I coming back, sweetie. And he go there, scrap. And you come out like, hey, call the police. So homeboy in the corner, suck me down, call the police.
My husband bleeding though, and this guy about to kill him. But I have big bodybuilding skills. In fact, I did karate. But because, that's what I'm saying. Are we, Mopi, act right. Mopi said if she can do it herself, she's calling her husband. Maybe not 10 out of 10, but 6 out of 10. Okay. What's the list? What do women need for? By God, what do women need men for by God's design? By God's design. Let's talk about how it should be. Before everything, before women became independent and men became, less responsible, because we have to talk about that too. If we're talking about women becoming independent, we have to appreciate the movement came from the fact that the men were not in place. They weren't where they were supposed to be.
That is true.
And so let's go back before all of that. What do we need men for?
Prophet, priest, king. That's the biblical thing.
Prophet, priest, king.
You gotta wash up with the word.
Samuel them was not lifting no tire, pulling no cart.
No.
The women them was in the field doing hard work. Ruth was gleaning hard. Boaz never lift no finger. Boaz was sending the servants down.
However, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am one that does not like pulling biblical stories for relationship advice.
You're not wrong though.
I as a minister, I am Minister Delton Roll of Life Worship Center. However, these comments do not represent Life Worship Center, the organization Glory 93.9.
The comments against
I am not one that pulls any biblical story as it relates to relationship advice, because those biblical stories is out there wilding.
Okay, maybe not pick the stories.
I can't pick the couples. I ain't picking nobody to say this is marriage material.
Yeah.
If you look at these marriages in the Bible, they was toe up.
And what do we do about that? Because that's set on the back end. That's set at the back piece of the Bible. That second half, them last, 27 chapters, them set wasn't talking about their wives. They was busy doing the work of the kingdom.
Doing the work of the
so we have no idea what this was supposed to look like. You don't know who all had a
wife aside. Oh, it's Peter had a wife because
Peter had a wife because he mother-in-law get healed.
So we know Peter had a wife. Other than that, you hear nothing but what? That Old Testament wife situation, first of all, it was multiple. Secondly, the dudes out here wilding this in these streets.
And then in the New Testament, Paul tell the people, Bishop should be a man of one wife. So what you mean?
The bishop,
everybody else,
y'all go ahead. Y'all do what y'all need to do.
Do what y'all need to
do. The bishop,
come
listen
on
to me, man. You got to focus on the kingdom, so you just need one of them. Everybody else, all right.
So let me catch some of these comments. If you are stronger than me and could fight, I'm dying defending my woman. So, Mr. Sheffield Wallace, if your woman come out and try and save your life, you could be mad, eh? Please clarify. Auntie Lee said that's why you do it together. So do everything together. So everything's 50-50. We do everything half and half.
You about the 50?
Yeah.
Well, 100-100.
You 100-100.
Yeah.
Let's take it in turns. Change tire one day, it's you. Next day, it's me. Like, it's nothing exclusive. It's nothing reserved.
If my tire goes flat, should I call you?
No, because you could change yours.
So I don't know how to change my tire.
Huh?
Would you feel okay if your husband called you?
So you don't have to change your tire. No. I do. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters?
So you'll be okay. Like your husband does not.
If my husband calls me and he doesn't have to change, I can change that tire and row bad.
Anyway, go back to your comments.
Sorry,
I just wanted to know, like, are you saying that you were like, so since it's like,
because I think we said karate, so Jody said unagi.
So if I don't, just say I am a spoiled son. I have everything else in the eye.
Well, bye, grab. Sorry, some of these comments wild. Go on, finish your statement.
Anyway, yeah. So before you go to comments, so I have never had to change tire.
You've never had to change the tire.
I mean, personally, I have changed tires.
Right.
But I mean, hypothetical person doesn't know how to change tire.
Okay.
You will be okay with us, like y'all. You get together. Y'all never had this discussion about changing tire,
right?
Because this is very small. No, we don't talk about this. But he gets in the situation. Let's say y'all ain't married yet. And he dropped you home one night. He dropped you home after a good date.
Right.
And he is like, you have a car, but he picked you up, dropped you home.
Right.
And his tire goes flat halfway home. And he's like,
I don't know how to change the tire. And he's about to call somebody.
Yeah.
And I would like, no, I got this. I would change the tire, Delton.
What? First of all, the guy shame that dude for calling you.
No, he didn't call me. I was there. He didn't call me. I was there.
So it's saying if you're in the car.
It's different from you, babe. You close. That's different. That's different.
So baby close to school.
Baby close
school
is
though?
like, no, I'm not coming. There's people that could change a tire.
So you need to go somewhere
Because
else.
honestly, because we're in the Bahamas, the kind of people that would drive past and watch me change a tire and you stand there, I feel sorry for you. I'm not going to come and change your tire for that. It's because I feel sorry for you. Not because I judge in, but because I feel sorry for you. Someone say, Jeff say, try Jesus, don't try me because I stay strapped.
Stay strapped.
We know who can deal with the home invasion in that house.
Oh, Moby. My buddy, I'm Moby. Because Jeff ain't get enough.
I can leave people business.
Jeff,
Let
you
me
play boy,
leave.
bro. You be sleeping.
Mr. Donaldson is really trying to come for us, and I don't like it. He said the movement came because women did not want to cook and stay at home anymore. That the movement of being independent because we didn't want to stay at home and cook.
I can't really speak to that. I never did any research on the topic of when this whole independent movement woman came in. I don't know when that came up, so I can't speak to it.
70s.
Yeah, I can't speak to the reason, but I mean I know that was a thing when women like they demanded to like I don't want to be on no more. I want to do my own thing. I don't want to depend on the man. Because
depending on a man became, there was abuse of that dependency. There was a lack of freedom. Remember, we're talking about a world that was coming out from women can't vote and women can't do this and women can't do that. So women being at home was always as a result of the belief that they were lesser creatures. And that's why women pushed against that. No, we're not lesser. We can do what you can do. And so there was no balance.
But you are the weaker vessel.
Not lesser, weaker physically. But if I bodybuild, then I can kill the thing on.
And you can lift it. All right, go ahead.
I disagree, Mr. Donaldson. I don't know how the women them feel in the chat. I feel like it came from oppression and relegation. So women didn't want to cook and stay at home because that was a way of subduing them. It was a way of silencing them. And why are we acting like plenty women ain't single raising children and, plenty mothers home, don't know where their husband is, daddy. I feel like let's talk about that too.
This is true.
Auntie Lee said it's not 50-50, it's togetherness. Auntie Lee, we're really asking, it is togetherness. I believe it's 100 and 100. When you're in marriage, it ain't 50-50.
Yeah.
I could give my all, you could give your all. But at what point does my need for you mean I need to step back or step down? Like, at what point does that happen? Because my argument is, if I can do it, why not let me do it? Jeff is saying we have double standards. That's all Jeff knows to tell us. All he can say.
And he has people that
Jody said he can pretend to change something if necessary. I think that's with regard to the tire. Just look like you're busy.
just touch things. Arbitrarily like turn stuff.
Franklin says, I love the fact that you're British. Sir, I need you to focus. I need you to focus. They rather ride the rim. Question from a viewer. Oh, this is paragraph. Delton, I tired of reading chats. You read these.
All right, let me get this one right here.
The paragraph.
This comment. Oh, okay. Question from a viewer. Not sure if this was addressed because I just tuned in. Shame on you. What if you ask a man to do something around the house? How long should you wait for him to do it before you do it yourself? You are actually just giving him the option, and it's not just you needing him to do it for you. Say it again. We're not sure. What if you ask the man to do something around the house? How long should you wait for him to do it before you do it yourself?
Essentially.
So let's start right there. There's a joke that says, if a man told you he's going to do something, he is going to do it. There's no need for you to ask him every 6 months. Just let him.
I had that.
Just wait. He's going to. No need to remind him every 6 months that he didn't do it yet. He's going to do it.
I'm keeping my mouth closed because bottom line is there's no man around my house. So
you have to do it yourself. Man, you could chime in on this, man, who in the chat. Personally, I just forget some things, so I might just need 1 or 2 reminders. I ain't that bad. I ain't like the months, week later kind of person, but I could be like an hour later kind of person. I could be an hour, 2, 3, and I'll give you a day. Other than that,
Julianne, please come and verify these facts.
Yeah, no. Listen to me. You tell me. Listen to me. I need you to take the garbage out. no problem.
You can't leave that for 6 months.
Not 6 months. However, I could put some bleach in it tonight and close it up. But tomorrow morning when I get up, listen to me, that gone. But today,
I love that.
I ain't gonna bring that. No, I can put some. I can pour some bleach and some.
Make the trip to the garbage now.
No,
but
I can put some bleach and some festival and that to kill that scent. Close that bag up. I got you in the morning. That's the kind of person I am.
You all ain't fixed my problem yet.
What your problem is that?
What we supposed to be needing.
You are actually just giving him the option, and it's not just you needing him to do it for you, which is true.
But then again, this is my thing. Why are we reducing the needing of a man to physical things like activities, labor, lifting, manual, using your hands? Isn't it deeper than that? Isn't what a woman needs from a man by design something bigger that we haven't put our finger on? And so we're getting offended, or we're getting in a tizzy over gender roles, and actually the man should do this and the woman should do that. We made that about trivial things. Like Auntie Lee said something earlier. No, she said it here. You have to see if you can really call on him when you really need him. When do I really need him? That's what I want to know. Because I believe there are some fundamental things we really need from men by design. And what are those things? Y'all ain't tell me. Yeah.
Do you have any? So as of you right now, because I mean, I guess you've been on your own now for some time.
It's been a long time.
So you don't really have.
They shouldn't have left me.
I knew it's coming. Like from where you started to, that's like the song is coming. I know the song is coming.
Get us.
So you are saying now, as you yourself, as you are now,
as I am now,
as you are now. You can't think of anything that you put in.
No. I'm not saying. I'm sure there's plenty things, but I want to get it right. I want to make sure when I say I need a man, I'm making sure I need him for the right things.
All right, let me get some more comments in. Franklin came back and said, "So change your own dial." Sheffield says, "No, I'm protecting." Now, this is a reference to the guy.
Yeah, if I said, if you row your wife for defending you,
he just believes that's his job. When it comes to the house, I do what needs to be done. And her job is to make the house a home. She in charge.
But Mr. Sheffield, you haven't actually addressed the fact that if she comes out to help you, Miss Bodybuilding wife, who is struggling with this home invader, now she let you fight him for 10 minutes. And then she heard you go, oof. And she's like, I know that sound. So she comes down to give you backup. Maybe she's not a bodybuilder. Maybe she just brings a weapon.
She comes with the bat. She comes with
the bat and just knocks him out one time. Like, you went down not expecting someone to be there, so you weren't prepared. She comes down to back you. Are you going to be mad because she didn't let you finish the job? That's my question, Mr. Sheffield Wallace. You please address that for me.
Darren says, women stayed at home with the kids because they were nurturing. Men went to work.
Not because they were nurturing. We are nurturing, but they stayed at home with the kids because society didn't encourage or allow them to work.
But y'all are nurturing.
And society was paying the men enough money to come home and say, y'all sit down and do nothing else.
Yeah, that didn't change.
But now we can't sustain lifestyles with just one salary.
It's hard. Frank said he can need a reminder to do some things. He can need a reminder on some things. So you asked me,
Franklin, from earlier, me and you ain't friends.
This is one of those spiritual mysteries that we will never know.
That we will never know, really? Isn't that what? How can it be a mystery that we never know what God designed us to provide for one another?
I don't think there. Let me tell you why I don't think there's a list. I'll give my answer. I don't think there's a list. I think it is specialized for you.
Right.
I think you have to determine that list. We can't give you that list.
So why are you mad when my list does not include changing the time?
Because now that we're together, I won't tell you you're listening to change. Now that we are in this together. So you're telling me my
man must tell me what I must need him for?
Not tell you, but
I'm not saying in a man.
I'm going to offer. Like, listen to me. Do not change your dial.
So do your needs depend on what the man wants you to need him for then?
No, because the man just won't be needed on general. That's a general rule. Like, I want to be needed. So, like, bump your list. I want to be needed. I know you can change the lights yourself. I don't care. Or at least, so if you actually change the light and then you go change it, I'm a little upset, but not as mad as you just go change the light yourself. Like using the light as a basic example. You ask me to do this, I feel better knowing that you asked me to do it than for you to ask me to not ask me to do it at all and do it yourself.
This is a nice comment.
All right, go ahead.
From Minister Newbold, who is redeeming herself on tonight, on this morning.
on this morning.
I think generalizing man as a need is incorrect. When you discover how an individual complements your life, then that person becomes a need.
Well.
When you discover how an individual complements your life, then that person becomes a need.
Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been another episode of That Good Morning.
Wrap that up.
You have to come here and wrap this bad boy up.
So from Yasmin's comment.
Jeff still come for.
From Yasmin's comment. The first thing you said, Maitland. From Yasmin's comment, I dictate what my needs are, not you. So you can't get mad at me.
You can't say I can't. I say I shouldn't.
You shouldn't get mad at me.
Yeah,
all right, let's say you shouldn't get mad at me.
So you got to make shouldn't.
Okay, I could sit small on that one. So I dictate my needs. You dictate your needs. However, we must be willing to compromise on what we need.
No, I think we have to come to an understanding. I don't say compromise, but we come to understanding that I won't get mad if you do something because I know that's your nature. However, you must understand this is my nature as well. So we come to a balance of somehow. So if it's daytime and your tire go flat, you go change the tire. If it's like sun
nighttime,
sun gone down.
If the sun gone down, if the street lights on.
Street lights on, you call me.
Call me.
Because
okay.
outside is dangerous.
So need depends on you as an individual. My needs are different from everyone else's. How is it that men want to be needed to change a tire but don't like being needed to take out garbage or cook or clean though?
Once again, this is individualized. Because I mean, I said this before. My father did all the ironing. I've seen my mother iron maybe twice my whole life. In fact, some irons she didn't know how to turn the iron on. Like, let's be honest.
Stop it.
No, seriously, some irons, like my woman don't. She didn't even know how to turn the iron on because she never did it. My daddy did the majority of like real cleaning, like scrubbing, mopping for days. And that's what daddy did.
And I guess that's just proof of Yasmin's point that the need changes from person to person.
My wife doesn't clean bathrooms. Can't start cleaning bathrooms.
Okay, you're convicting my spirit here
I knew this,
today.
but I knew this beforehand. I knew this. She don't like cleaning bathrooms.
My mummy didn't iron.
Yeah.
My mum was not an ironer.
So I mean that also is anyway.
Cassie, what's the curveball? Jeff said, so from Yasmin's comments, what happens if my compliment is not a man? I don't get it. I don't understand. What happens if my compliment is not a man but a woman? What do you mean? Is it that men just want us to need them for what they want to be needed for? Julianne, this is what I've been trying to ask for the whole time. But the people they done assuage me my worries, they calm me down.
Let me go back.
I was hot.
I'll go out to Sheffield because Sheffield's still on this intruder situation. Sheffield say that nope, you never have a problem with that. The flip to that is that she might just use that to bully him afterwards.
1000%.
And that's the problem right there. Like, you can bully me afterwards. After you done come down and beat that way, after I was fighting him for 10 minutes and I didn't know I bruise up, and you come there.
Sheffield, I like the way he ended.
One swing of the bat.
He say, it would be nice for both of us to bust the intruder's back.
It would be nice.
I agree.
For us to come together, tag team situation. However, if you come down, you just beat him up and I either sitting down the corner in pain. That might be a little rough. Anyway. Anything else welcome we miss?
I'm calm down. Y'all calm me down because I was a bit hot on that.
Julie asks, is it that men just want us to need them for what they want to be needed for?
And I feel like in this scenario, in this discussion of need, it's easier to decipher what men want to be needed for. Because I think, as I said, manual, labor, lifting.
Yeah, it is manual.
Stop it.
Manual.
Okay. I think it's easier to assume what a man would want to be needed for and appease him. But it's not so easy to do it the other way. Women, what do we want to be needed for? What do we want? What are we the go-tos for? Men, traditionally, but culturally, as you all say so, traditionally go to them for manual things. Build the thing, scoop up the yard, rake the leaves, change the tire, make sure the car is straight. And to be honest, if we're keeping it traditional, make sure the house is provided for.
Definitely.
Traditionally. Women, and that's what men want to be needed for.
Yeah.
Women, what do we want to be needed for? Because we don't want to be needed for cooking. Sorry, let me not say we. I don't want to be needed for cooking.
Cleaning?
I don't want to be needed for cleaning. Like, you clean. I was like, baby, why didn't you let me do it? No. Carry on smartly.
Do what you do.
You come and cook. I ain't mad that you cook. I wonder. Maybe because I don't know. I'm just talking out of my head. I don't know.
So Jeffrey came with the curveball. Jeffrey came now, and he
Jeffrey likes stir pot. That's all he knows.
Jeffrey said, "Yeah, women trying to find someone to compliment their life, but they searched and found that men don't compliment them, but a woman would." So now Jeffrey gone.
What do you mean men don't compliment them?
Jeffrey gone a whole other direction with this conversation. We were here playing tennis. And Jeffrey went straight over the basketball. Like he changed the whole court.
But then, Jeff, that means you're going against what Yasmin said, because Yasmin said it's not a general men thing, it's individual man. So she hasn't found the man that will compliment her. Not that men in general don't compliment her, because not all men are the same.
Yeah. So now, Jody, I'm gonna shut us down. Jody said, why not communicate our needs? We are here guessing things and we aren't clear on, and ending up in snits.
We are out here guessing things we aren't clear on. And so essentially, when you meet that person, hi, these are my needs. And I think a lot of times we don't know what we need.
I'm going to say this now. Do we even know our needs? So if someone were to come and say, hey, listen to me, what do you need?
What do you want from me?
Yeah.
A man comes into my life now. What do you want from me?
What you need from me?
And I think that's a powerful question all single women and men have to ask themselves at whatever age and stage. If somebody walks into my life, what is the compliment? How would they compliment me?
Yeah.
How does who I am now?
What are they going to?
What are they going to bring to the table that would compliment me? I don't like the word fulfill or people like make me whole. No, sir.
You should be whole. You shouldn't be 70%.
How is that a double standard, Vera? Jeff, when you make that comment, qualify it, because I don't even know what you're addressing now. All I said is that everybody's different. Franklin Donald say I can cook.
Yeah.
The only thing I
don't
can't
like
do
cooking.
is that the woman does is have a baby. Hold on, wait a minute. So Franklin, are you saying that you only need a woman for having a baby?
No, but he's saying based upon the fact that you know what your needs are. For him, his needs is he can satisfy most of his needs. The only thing that he can't do is he's not saying that's all that you are for. I'm helping you out, Franklin. Please don't leave me on the other list. Franklin ain't going down with you. Don't leave me on the other list. What Franklin is saying is that
Franklin on that little, with Rose on the little board.
on the little piece of board.
And the little board.
Franklin is saying that, as you have said, because you lived on your own for so long, you know how to take care of yourself. So you don't really, at this point in your life, you don't really need a man for anything because you've been self-sufficient all this time. So Franklin is saying he's being self-sufficient. So the only thing that he cannot do for himself at this moment now is have a child. Franklin, thumbs up. Franklin's in on yet.
I'm tired of hearing females. I don't need a man, Mr. Sheffield. I feel like you talking to the wrong females, because I've not once, no one on this chat, none of the ladies on this talk, nobody who's messaging has said we don't need men. No one said that. But what we're discussing is what we have been told to need men for. We have been made to, you understand? We've been conditioned to say, you need a man for this. But actually in real life, no, that's not what it is. Auntie Elise says, we shouldn't have to ask that. I guess shouldn't have to ask the question, what do you need from somebody? You'll see over time. And Julianne says that's the biggest problem. People don't know what they need. And our needs are being dictated by society rather than by the word of God, by the Spirit of God, and by who we really truly are. Because everyone on social media trying to be somebody else. But hey, that's a different discussion for another day.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing females, I don't need a man. Again, Mr. Sheffield, we really ain't that bad. Franklin confirms you have defended him adequately.
So Jody, where you got me from here?
You can leave that alone.
So Jody, get from here. Jody ready to kill. Jody put someone there. Jody ready to attack. So I think we have come to a conclusion today that there is no conclusion on the situation.
I mean, it's all very individual.
Individual.
But the lesson to be learned here is, and let's summarize all of this, women, we do need men. Definitely. And men, we do need women by design. Those needs change from person to person, couple to couple.
What is key is that y'all are fulfilling purpose together.
Ibo Shanda.
That is key. Outside the physical things,
true that.
Spiritual is really yes, one fun part. the whole spiritual. That's what it comes down. That's really what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to.
How we like a spiritual,
and maybe that's what we need to amplify. We need to amplify spiritual need
rather than
physical need.
And what society
and this
stuff.
Me with the tire. I'm going back to the tire.
Welcome, because I didn't see that Africa was here much today.
She hasn't come because.
Because
I was too high. No. I'm back to the tire. As a summary of our conversation, there is a need for us, because I feel like women get vilified for that. Women get vilified for doing for themselves what they should be allowed. Like, stop, for example, me being on the radio today saying I can change my tire. What that translates to listeners as a child, she thinks she's independent and she don't need no man. No. You understand?
Yeah.
And for me, that's like, no, fix that. We need to fix that. Stop. Don't vilify women who are able to physically fulfill certain needs for themselves. Don't make them feel bad. Don't judge them based on that. Don't put them in the category of, oh, she must see one of them, I don't need a man. Because listen to me,
Feminist.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot from people like, you just come across as, where you get that from? Because I do for myself, or I've been doing for myself. I don't have a choice. But spiritually, completely, I know I need a covering. I need a prophet. I need a priest. I need a king. I need someone that can intercede for me and intercede with me. I know that. But you already see me change my tire and decide she one of them 21st century. You know what I mean? So I feel like women should not be vilified for fulfilling physical needs, because really when it comes down to it,
point of order,
spiritual.
Franklin said, God, let me come teach tire for you.
I will come and change the tire.
Franklin said, oh God, he come teach tire.
But Franklin missed the whole thing. I can change it myself.
No. Okay, all right, go ahead. I guess, and I think for you, especially persons like you yourself.
You yourself?
People like you yourself. Coming from like the fact that you are here, you came here by yourself.
Right.
You're not from here. Mm-hmm. So certain things you would have to know how to do yourself, because you are not from here. And so there was no man for you to call upon in case you need to change the dial. There was no man to call upon in case you need to kill the centipede that night. So certain females probably in placed in certain situations where they had to take care of themselves.
Right.
And so they did what they had to do. And society is now making more leeway for those females as well. Because I know there's a particular body shop, mechanic shop over here, where they have classes especially for women, for females, to teach them how to change their oil, how to service their cars, and how to do stuff themselves. And those classes are being booked out because females now, a lot of females, and cry shame on some men, have left females to fend on themselves, and so they have to now to learn to do these things themselves.
But my thing is, men should not use physical need as an escape route. No. Your main job is to provide for me spiritually.
That is really
so. Don't cop out and don't get mad because you can't change my tire. I'm not allowing you to change my tire. Fair enough. We'll talk about that. We could talk about and compromise on the physical things, but let's make sure we amplify what is most important. What can you provide for me spiritually? Because we're getting our knickers in a twist. Over these essentially trivial matters.
So the answer to the next thing is that, but she got to wait in the car in the heat of the day all day for us to reach with traffic on the road for us to complete
Frank and Sheffield. It's too hot. And Frank and Sheffield, my current situation mean ain't no AC in my car. I can't wait. You learn to fend for yourself. Yeah. And the renewal process is likely going to be long. Like renewing your mind to learn for somebody else to fend for you. But that spiritual covering, we can't do that no matter how much we try. We can't be our own prophet, priest, and king. Period. It's not possible. We can't be our head. We cannot be our covering. So that's first. That's most important. Mr. Whoever you are, wherever you are, if you're watching me on this stream, hey. If you're not and you see this later down the line, I'll let you change my tire. It's not that deep. I don't need, you could do it. But don't ever confuse that. Don't let discussions about these trivial matters cloud what is most important. is that you can spiritually cover above all things.
Jeff said he's never passed a lady on the roadside with a flat tire. That's good.
I can tell you a story about a flat tire. So,
how flat tire stories do you have?
So, first of all, in the UK, I feel like this whole, like, for example, in Nassau, to see a woman get out of her car, you know, the line long, she get out of her car and she pump her own gas. It's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare. In the UK, we pump your own gas. So when I came here and there were certain things that I would get out of my car and put air in my tire, and a man would be like, no, baby, I could do it for you.
Yeah.
And then my man was like, what you mean? I've been doing this because where I come from culturally, it's not unacceptable. So I know how to change my tire. Broke down on the Eastern Road and I turned into a corner and I changed my tire. Honestly, it was like a freak show.
People pass by watch.
Slowing down to watch me, but not stopping to help though. Slowing down to help me, not stopping to help. Then eventually, so I've taken off the old tire, the car jacked up, taken off the old tire, and I'm now putting on the new one. So I've essentially done all the hard work.
Yeah.
I've loosened the screws, I done take off the old one, jacked up the car, I'm putting on the new one. I hadn't jacked it up high enough to put on the new one. So I was struggling a little bit and I needed to jack it up. Some guy turns in and he's parked on the other side of the road and he's just watching me for a little while. Then he comes out and says, baby, I can let you do this. I said, sir, I don't do all the hard work. You're not coming. At this point, it was a point of pride. At this point, it was because I didn't think he was coming for me. Because he pulled up a bit further up, you know, I think it's like High Vista or something, one of them roads. So I didn't think he was coming for me, and I didn't even notice that he'd pulled in. I just thought the van had always been there. But he come out and said, "No, baby, I can't let you do that." I said, "Sir, you watch me do all the hard work, and you won't come on the back end and take the credit." No, sir. I at this point, I was like, "No, I got this."
You want to let me help?
What? He's like, "No, you look all right. You look like you know what you're doing." I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, thanks."
All right, so very good change style. Point of the story, conclusion for the matter.
Frank can say, now you talking. I guess we talking about the spiritual.
Yeah, spiritual side of it. So,
Franklin, if we can agree on that, me and you could end this chat today as friends. Only a certain set, Vera. And Julie, that's the set we're trying to find. We're trying to find that certain set right there. Needing a man should be overall, it is good to know you can change your tire. Guys, the tire is symbolic. Please don't get us. Let's not get it. The tire is a symbolic.
But is it really?
It's a symbol of the physical, manual needs we have reduced men to. That's what the tire represents on today. Jeff will say, "Superman to the rescue." Can you imagine?
I was so mad that day. This jacket, you go sit in the car. I got you, buddy.
If I'm not there, sorry, it's good that you can change your tire, but allow me to do so. I will allow whoever he is to do so. If I'm not there, then you can use your expertise. I thank you for permitting me to do so. Yasmin is laughing, apparently, at my story. They did not know you and they did not want to get row. And they are very smart, Mr. Franklin Donaldson. Very smart. I guess the people who drove past me didn't know me and didn't want to get row. I saw a post by a female. She went to the station for air and a guy was using the pump. When he was done, he threw the air pump near her car and left her to do her tire. She wasn't mad because she could do it herself, but she was shocked.
Yeah, that's not typical.
I've been here. Tomorrow's my 5-year anniversary in the Bahamas, guys.
Woo.
And when I first came, I was shocked that they came to my rescue. Now I've been here long enough to be conditioned. If a man throws the tire thing at me, I could be like,
"What you doing?
What happened to you? What happened to you?" So yeah, I can talk bad about him. I'm with Julie. I can do it, but I shocked you. You let me.
Yeah, it depends though. Like sometimes I know there was a time when I was putting in my tire and a female pulled up behind me and I walked to her car like to ask her which tire it was. She got the car and took it on my hand, like yacked on my hand. Like, oh, sorry.
Can't win for losing, boy.
I walked over like to ask her like which tire, cause I couldn't see like which tire needs it. And she got the car, mad face. I don't know if she assumed that I wanted to talk to her or what. She screw face, yacked on my hand. It's like,
sorry about it.
Got my car and pulled off. So it's like, man, you do you. And because it was nighttime. So I was like, let me, again, like Sheffield, Superman to the rescue.
You look so friendly, though.
Mom's like, fat boy, get from my car. Like, fat boy, get from my car.
You don't seem intimidating. There are some men who would approach me in the night, and I'd be like, and pretend you want to phone.
I know.
Some men. Julie, 5 years, buddy. 5 years.
So anyway. So the idea for the day, lockdown party tomorrow. Yeah, we can zoom a party.
Hey.
But anyway, so
it's been a very interesting tete-a-tete. We didn't know where this was going today, but here we are. Talked about men and women and our roles in society. We didn't really talk about those people who just go, but then don't really go and be going.
And then break up.
Break up
a week later.
And leave us. Can I just say this for that set of people? Because this was heavy on me yesterday. If you put your business on Facebook and Instagram, we didn't want to know your business,
Don't ask.
But you put it out there. You put the pictures out there. You put the status out there. And we got in your business.
Because you put it there.
Y'all made us invested in your lives.
Yep.
When everything crashed, we want to know. We want to know. I speaking on behalf of the internet. Because y'all just disappeared and our hearts were broken. No explanation. And I'm looking at the camera. No explanation, no anything. Social media life, when you putting out the good, I say tell us all the bad. But, put our hearts at ease. Or keep your business to yourself.
Keep your business to yourself. You can't have one day, this is Bay for life. And then the next day,
Franklin is interviewing me on where I'm from. I'm from the Bahamas, bro. You didn't hear me say I've been here 5 years?
5 years.
Hey.
Yeah, so you can't put your business out there that you always go, and this is the best one ever, and you find love of your life, and then when y'all break up, you don't come and tell us what happened.
That was where the topic really came from. I don't know how we got where we got today. Sorry, last few comments. I'm sad that we're leaving the show on today. It's been hot. It really has. The air station at the gas station. Fellas, be careful. Oh, I think he's saying be careful. Fellas, be careful. I filled one lady tire with air, and whilst filling up her, 5 cars pulled up, all females.
So you went for the long haul,
He's
buddy.
like, sir,
you went for the long haul.
You better make sure you have that follow through.
You went there for the long haul.
Gabby say Delton just leave the woman be, and it sounded like Delton did what he was.
Oh yeah, I
to
did,
do.
buddy. Oh, I got my car.
We have heard a lot of
Pulled all the
men
way
and
off.
women out there who don't know how to appreciate niceness. So sad. Delton scarred. He's never gonna help a woman again.
That ain't true.
Cassie, big party with Julianne and Cassie. Let's take this to the private chat. Slide in the DMs.
Because we're on lockdown.
Slide in the DM. Mopi says she agrees with Yasmin on hurting a lot of people. Mr. Franklin Donaldson still trying to interview me on my origins.
She's from the boroughs. She can say it.
From the borough. I'm from the northwest parts of London. I forgot my address the other day. It was a scary moment.
It's not your address anymore, man.
It's been too long.
you live now.
After that one more pull up, do I drop the hose, woman? To be fair, I feel like it was Sheffield who threw the thing up at the woman. It sounded like it was him.
It's not Sheffield.
Yeah, he's like,
that one
he's saying,
person?
listen, what really happened was 5 car before you.
Yeah,
I was done.
So you
I gave
came
it
on the
to
5th
you.
car.
You came on the 5th car.
I had to go,
man.
so I threw it down and I left.
Moby said, awesome show today, guys. Thank you. Listen, Delton and I, we come off every time shocked that people listen. You're always like, you see people come in? When it was 6 people, we were still like,
hey, let's go, buddy.
Today, I think we got to like 31, 32. Awesomeness. Where's we need answers? We need answers. What he do? Julianne, who you talking about?
Sure.
Because I was watching that movie. Oh, I guess some British movie. And so now he wants, I understand. I get it. I get you. So we could give him the side eye when we see him on the streets. Honestly, you all did them things today. We need more days. Besides, we did 2 this week. Great, we did 2 this week. Auntie and Leaf.
Oh, yeah, buddy. She can't leak up for you.
She said she won't find me a cover it. And that's Auntie Leaf. I don't want no man, I want to cover it.
Oh.
That's what it is.
It's want to cover it.
It's more than a man. I'm looking for a cover it. Mighty God. We ain't letting you go, Vera. Apparently, Julianne. Some people have been interceding for the last 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Every year I'm going.
Yeah, I know.
Jody said it was fun. Franca says today was good. Thank you so much.
We
guys.
wanted to do tomorrow, but with Vera's schedule as a teacher,
Yeah.
she can't do tomorrow.
I know Corona's happening, but it's August. School.
Can you do a later day? A later time?
Yeah, I could do a later time.
Well, later time.
You want to do tomorrow? You want to give the people back to back 3 days?
I'll try to make it sound good. But I ain't gonna. I mean, I could. I'll be to work tomorrow. Like,
can we hear some of your feedback on? Cassie say, see yourself. You're just like, God. To be honest, this is a lockdown special.
Yeah,
it's a lockdown special.
It's a lockdown summer special.
Lockdown summer special. We're at home. Ain't nothing to do.
Because once Vera starts
but cooking
teaching again
beans.
full time, once the schools reopen, I think we might have to move it to either that strictly being
We're gonna go back to the drawing board.
A virtual show, maybe.
Yeah.
Because you can do the mornings.
Send your petitions to Glory 93.9.
Send it.
Your ideas, your thoughts. Maybe some ideas of things that we can talk about. We try and address the topics that are hot on the street at that time. But y'all like talk about mans and women's. From yesterday, we knew we had to come back.
That man's women's topic. I think that conversation itself would go on for forever.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we didn't even get into the idea of from Marisha yesterday with the whole females having the time situation and looking for a man and want that process to speed up, because we didn't even get there yet. And that's a whole other topic. Because we have nowhere to go right now. I could open this topic.
Yasmin said we were supposed to talk about cussing. I did my research and everything. Yasmin, I ain't like me too,
Yasmin,
I did research
Yasmin,
too.
that show is coming.
That show is coming. We keep that. Literally been delaying that for the last.
I'm not gonna lie to you. My one of my fears of the conversation is where that's going to go.
What's the conclusion of the matter?
And I don't want nobody to call that show cussing. They're saying that. They say no, guys.
For
I
example,
say all the time.
This is a word I use, and I don't believe it.
I say this word all the time. La 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 la.
And apparently, Gabby say tomorrow, please. Again tomorrow, guys.
And so I'm not quite sure exactly. We can have to probably not do a calling show for that show. You can't allow people to call in, because there are some words that Christians use. Because once again, it's another tease again. that
we teased yesterday.
We teased again.
We need to tease again today.
We ain't nothing but a teaser.
I click.
Can't click it to you. You meant to go. Just
back.
Don't bend the knees, man. Just don't bend the knees.
Someone said you have to get the bleep.
Yeah, I can need that. I can need the beep.
But you can't predict when they go in.
No, because you don't know what they're saying. And some yesterday just slide them words in there.
Chef will say this is not a time to be looking for a woman or a relationship. It's broke times, buddy. So you all sit small.
Yeah, it's a rough time. Actually, no, Chef, I disagree. This is a good time to get a relationship, because we know we can't go nowhere, so I ain't gonna buy you nothing.
It could be dead honest.
All the restaurants closed.
Very honest.
We gonna get to know each other a whole lot.
No
all
fluff.
we can do is talk.
No fluff.
We can't go nowhere.
That's the real deal.
Yeah, listen to me. All we can do right now, this is a good time to get to somebody, because
I think when we do the cussing show,
nowhere.
Sheffield have to be blocked.
Who, Chef? Yeah, no, Chef.
Sheffield say, I got plenty cuss words in Christian form. What do I mean? What is a cuss word in Christian form?
We use replacements.
But then, aren't we told that replacements are just as bad? Because you done thought of the bad word to say the replacement.
No, it's not just as bad.
So lesser form?
No, because it's not the word.
God is not unpleased with the lesser form?
Yeah, God don't mind the lesser form.
But did he mind the first form?
Did he mind the first form that we like replacing?
You're tapping into Yasmin research. Leave this alone. Yasmin, but I want you to know we haven't forgotten this one.
Yeah, no, this is definitely high up on the list, because this is one of the discussions there's not going to be a conclusion. Because there's just some words. Because then there are some words that we say talking to our friends, but then there are some words that we will say, like, quote unquote, these are not pulpit words, but we'll use it outside of there. So is that okay then? Is that okay that I can use it here, but I can't use it there?
You see, I'm ignoring you because I see what you're trying to do. I see
we are
what you're
very
trying
duplicitous
to do at 1 hour and 20 minutes into our time.
Ma'am, do you have somewhere to go?
Nowhere.
Exactly.
Absolutely nowhere.
And I don't think Bruce is coming in today. That's why I all over time.
We busting this kind of worms open?
No, don't bust it open yet.
Don't bust it open.
All right, so we take that. So we'll go back. Anything else? Any other closing comments? You know that you're looking for a covering. You could change your entire.
No, stop talking about me personally. This is for everybody. Single ladies.
Females do not depend on a man for manual stuff.
Don't reduce men.
Don't relegate.
Don't reduce men to simply being needed for manual things, and men don't reduce yourselves to that. That's my last word. Don't reduce yourselves to being needed simply for manual things. We can let you change that tire,
but yet still have the ability to.
It's good to come and know how to change it. We ain't gonna judge you, but we can judge you. You come and you can't change the tire. Interesting.
So you call me, I come and make, so where the little loosey thingy, the thing that's loose to things. Do you have one of them?
I do love how in the Bahamas, every man is a mechanic.
Oh, listen to me, buddy.
Every man
listen
can tell
to
you
me.
what's wrong with your car.
Pop the hood.
Listen to me.
Pop the hood, buddy. Let me see in there.
Everybody.
And we go in there.
I love that. Every man is a mechanic.
Oh, must.
And me there.
Must.
Me just nodding my head.
Mm-hmm. Listen to me, there's certain things that you have there's like every Bahamian man knows how to play basketball. Every you must see that's just like something that you have to do at some point in your life. You had to play basketball, had to play in the crate, in the bucket, in the yard. You must know.
Ain't useful to nobody.
Nobody, but still, it's a good skill to have.
Funny enough, I was just talking about the whole, because I was thinking of myself every time I've been somewhere and they pop the hood, the man pop the hood and say, I mean, a man on the traffic light, a man in the gas station, a man bamboo shack. There's a man everywhere who knows what's wrong with your car. So I just be there like, really? And I know my mechanic done tell me it's the gasket, but you telling me it's not that. But I just gonna be like, oh my gosh, for true. I could, yes. So I was speaking to a friend literally yesterday. She told me a story that made me pee my pants with laughter. She said her Mac broke and she went to the MacBook store. This is in the UK.
Yeah.
They're doing distancing. So she bought a new Mac because the screen had cracked, and apparently to refurb it was just as much almost as buying a new one. So she bought a new one. But the setup, they're not doing any setup in store. You have to go home and set it up yourselves because of social distancing and everything. She says she just went into damsel in distress mode. She's like, but I don't know what to do. I didn't do it last time. It's like, but how did you set up your phone? I didn't do it myself. And she said eventually she got the job done.
Oh,
and I was like, you are disgraced.
No, so we got
apparently, based on what you're saying, y'all want us to be like, oh my God, I don't know what to
Yeah,
do.
I know you don't have to do that. For cars, we come in. You don't gotta say you're in distress. All we gotta see is you break down and that hood open, we come in. We come in there. And we can tell you, first thing we can do, we can check the battery terminals, we can shake them. We can shake, because it's a man, you got to know how to fix a car. So we come in, we can shake the battery terminals. That's
Shake
Franklin, you got to play basketball?
Wow.
Jesus.
The Bible
Franklin.
says horse.
Jesus, Franklin don't know how to play basketball.
I'm
Jesus,
not
what
getting
is
in
this?
that. I'm not getting in that.
Jesus, what is that? But yeah, so we come, we checking the battery terminal, I mean, they try to start the car again. That's first and foremost.
Chef will say he ain't no mechanic. He just gonna pay to get it fixed and keep his mouth shut.
No, Chef, you got at least attempt. You go in, you open the hood, you top the starter. You grab a stick, you hit the starter.
Just look in it and be like, yeah, you definitely need to see someone about this.
Yeah, like these, boy, I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's how they start. Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh.
sis, I ain't gonna
Boy,
lie
I ain't
to
gonna
you.
lie.
You gotta change these terminals. You see these terminals? These terminals rusty. That's the first thing I do. So what I do is, or when you go home, get some Coke soda.
And they do this look. There's a look that they have, Delton. They stand over and be like, wait.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, sis. You gonna need to when you go home, get some Coke soda, pour some over this battery terminal, and you should be straight.
I hope to do like some kind of memory reel of my best bits of the last 5 years. I have to include the man that stands over my car and knows exactly what's wrong.
Exactly.
While having no idea at the same
no
time.
No idea. It's not a bell pop. You need an alternator. But anyway, yeah, so people still come and, no, we gotta go, man. I mean, we don't have to go, but we leave it.
Unfortunately.
You don't have to go.
The time has come.
Okay, Ebony. Ebony's listening all the
Ebony
way
just
from...
reached.
Ebony is in Mississippi, I think.
Maureen Forbes says you still have that baby voice.
Wow.
Delton roll.
Thanks, Liz. So, do you want me to make it deeper? I can pretend voice and make it deeper if you want me to. Yeah.
You asked me for my final words. What are yours?
I get the final words. I can be here tomorrow.
You could be here tomorrow?
I work tomorrow. Tomorrow's a regular day for us. It's Friday.
Oh yeah, you have to come.
Yeah.
No, but you have to end the conversation. You have to give them your last. I've explained my takeaways, what I've learned from this.
I don't know. I just see a comment from your husband.
I just see that.
I have not read that on air because I respect my brethren. That's not getting read on air.
Can't fix my brakes.
I am not reading that conversation
I
on
can leave
air
that. Y'all can read that.
because I respect my brethren. No, it ain't happening like that. Because Ken is a bad man. Ken can fix anything.
my God.
I believe Ken can fix anything, so I ain't reading your comment, husband.
Michelle
that.
hasn't said anything this whole time, but
Oh,
from her
Michelle said
comment,
too?
she's right in the convo. She said, I think most single women are resourceful. They
Yeah.
do not have choice but to learn how to do those hard things. Whenever God sends that man, I believe she's more a compliment to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with Vera. He needs to be that spiritual covering. If that's not his ability, then please pass, go.
Do not collect $200.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah. So anyway, say good afternoon to you. Actually, sorry, good morning. Is New York at the same time as us? What is New York?
Yeah, New York's the same time.
Yeah, so good morning, Maureen. Maureen's over there listening to New York. So we have New York, we have Mississippi, we got Florida, We get some UKs.
Mr. Donaldson has asked me 3 times, what do I teach? I teach English language and literature in high school. Grade 7 to 12.
7 to 12.
7 to 12.
Yeah. So and everybody else who's tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. What we have concluded on this show is that first and foremost, when you found somebody, if you better start going with somebody, make sure that they can cover you spiritually.
Come on.
For females.
In here. And you don't have to learn that on a date. You could go for a walk.
Yeah, you don't have to go.
You could go for walks and FaceTime.
You can FaceTime. You could Zoom.
Guys, remember when we used to Skype?
Skype? What's Skype? Windows Messenger.
I can't talk about Windows. MSN has too many of my secrets. MSN has too many.
So MSN, the person, go on Messenger and find out about them.
Especially now, since everybody home.
For men, make sure that female can also pray for you as well, can lift you up, that y'all going somewhere.
Yeah, because we've been heavy on the men today. But men, so put some requirements on us.
So men, you find, don't let that woman just use you.
Don't make sure she can just cook.
Yeah.
Make sure she can cook now, though.
Make sure.
I can say that because quarantine, I got my life together.
Get your skills together.
A year ago, I wasn't going to say that.
So we got a little jollof rice?
Yeah.
Got a little jollof.
I can lock you down in that jollof.
Little beans and searches.
Searches? Don't you putting all my secrets out there, Delton?
Sorry. So make sure you find a female that is able and capable to also help you out, man. Because that's not you need to find somebody.
Because if she could cook good and she can't pray,
oh, you're in trouble. Chef say you need plenty press. Your hands full.
What you say?
Chef say you need plenty press. So make sure she on that cover, especially if your husband drives limos with the fancy and the rich. Putting chef business out there.
Oh, chef. Got you.
So if your husband and young man of God drives fancy and rich people around, make sure you cover them fully in prayer.
And I think another very good point has come out of this conversation about the individual nature of every relationship. Comparison will kill what you have.
Oh, comparison kills.
Or some kind of standard society is set for your relationship, or expectations that society puts on you as men, as women, that will kill a relationship.
The greatest enemy to any kind of progress is comparison. The greatest enemy. That would kill anything you want to do. Like, all right, this is what my friend do, and
good reminder.
So this should work for me. No, it's not gonna work for you. Don't do it.
It's a very good reminder.
And Chef, you're unemployed. Oh man. Yeah, because ain't no guessing right now. Wow. Yeah. So we pray for Sheffield them. No, those people who are unemployed. Keep your heads up though. Better days are coming. So Chef, you waking up too
Chef, are you putting all your business out there?
So anyway, y'all be safe, man. I don't have a God-filled day and a glory-filled day as you stay on lockdown.
Lockdown, baby. Lockdown, baby. Hey.
I don't know.
Today it's not been with Rodney Monka, but it's been with
Delton and Vera. DVD. Our initial name for the show was DVD. Remember
Discussions with Vera and Delton.
Discussions with Vera and Delton.
That was our initial show.
That was the initial name. That didn't work out. So we went with That Morning Tea. And so hence Kermit right there in the corner. And so thank you all for tuning in. If we can, we will talk to the management and staff at Glory 93.9 and see if they will accommodate us for a later time at some point when Vera gets back into doing her studies.
I want y'all to know you're my priority. Okay?
So we'll talk with the management and staff here, see if we can get our bosses to give us a different time or permit us, find a slot for us to do a show. Thank you all for all of tuning in, man. We appreciate all of you.
As in, appreciate so many great show, love the show.
For those on TuneIn Radio, and for those that are listening on the radio via 93.9 FM, as you are essential in driving around in your cars on the roads.
Did you check the lifeline before we go?
I checked the lifeline right in front of me. It's right in front of me, and somebody is listening via TuneIn Radio, and they say they in for tomorrow.
They in for tomorrow. I'm checking my phone in case anybody missed it and tried to message me. There are no messages.
Yeah,
okay.
So we had someone that came in and listening via TuneIn Radio, and they say they ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow right now. It's a bit.
It might be evening tea. It might be. Yeah, no, it can't be evening tea because you're not here in the evenings.
I mean, I can be though.
Delton, you see, Delton, just like you, talk.
I essential.
sipping tea.
I have ID. I'm essential. So I can't be out. I can be out in these streets.
Thank you, Benique. Hi. Benique didn't say anything, but she was here right. She's from the beginning to the end. Benique said, "I don't want to get in your business."
So was
entanglements.
I wanted my mother to comment, but she didn't. But I know she lurking. I know Louis lurking.
And Jeffrey disappeared. Throw rock and run.
No, we throw a rock and you bring her Friday. And so I'm gone. Julianne said no slapping up.
Because she's a management. Julianne's the real manager of the show.
She's one of our tentative sponsors. Again, if you want to sponsor the show, please call us here at 601-5125. Our office hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Glory 93.9 FM. Our sales department is waiting to hear from you. And for a small fee, you can be a sponsor of That Morning Tea. Did you get it right?
Good morning tea.
Is Good Morning Tea?
Yeah, man.
Did I put that there? Yes, That Good Morning Tea. And so if you want to be a sponsor on the show, please give us a call here. 601-5125. Until... I don't know when.
Until next time.
Until next time.
But there will be a next time.
There definitely will be a next time.
And we'll let you know.
We'll dive into the cussing situation. Not cussing is bad. They say the inappropriate words.
How language.
Yeah, let's talk about language. Let's talk about the foul
language.
And we can...
The language of the believer. That's what we can call it.
The language of the believer? Yeah, to make it sound good. Okay, the language of the believer.
To make it sound
that's what we said that, Ebony. We will definitely take that.
At this stage, $2 ain't
Listen
little.
to me. $2 right now.
That's
Listen to me.
money.
We would call your name 15 times in the show.
What?
For $2. We would talk about your business 15 times every 10 minutes.
And the show did be running long.
I'm sure we running long. It's play nice to call your name. Ebony. We just say Ebony and Ivory. Ebony. We just continue saying your name over and over again. I go on, man. We talking too much because we refuse to end the show.
Yeah. Cue the music. I waiting for you. You see me push the mic away?
Yeah.
I push the mic away. Cue the music. Bye, people.
That really gone.
I would say Pip Cheerio, but Dalton told me that's not cool.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to stick with that.
Even though she is British, I think Pip Cheerio is for people who make fun of British. You can't be British and say Pip Cheerio.
This is true. You're right.
So yeah,
You're very right.
You can't use that. So everybody is locked in. Thank you all so much. Keep it locked to Glory 93.9 for those who are listening in their cars and those listening on TuneIn Radio. We have some more great music on the way for you as I try to find... What is that? We need a closing song? What's our closing song? So we go back to Good Morning? Let's go back to Good Morning.
Okay, then.
Because it's still good morning. Because it's still morning.
Barely.
Yeah, 12 minutes ago. So it's still what it is. Let's end our show the way we started. I gotta find the song. All right, so thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been another episode of That Good Morning Tea with Delton and Vera. And so until next time, y'all be safe. I'm going to talk to y'all later.
Ciao.
Ciao. I say no ciao. Yeah, catch y'all later.
Thank you for a night.